Do you know how much your shoes weigh? It's round about 1 kilogram. Now, let's put them into a box and send them from China to Munich. The CO2 emissions caused by their transportation amount to nearly half of the shoe's own weight. That's like getting an extra shoe, only that this one would be made entirely of CO2. The global shipping industry heavily relies on fossil fuels, making it one of the hardest industries to decarbonize. Thereby, global shipments are a major contributor to climate change, and its emissions are even expected to increase 4-fold until 2050. Time is pressing. We have to take action now.
This is why we need to compensate the emissions that we cannot reduce right now. Compensating, that means balancing out greenhouse gases through funding sustainability projects, for example, by planting trees. But who is responsible to take action? We are not here to blame. We believe it is the responsibility of everyone. And in fact, end customers increasingly seek products and services that are more sustainable. But most of the time, the demand remains unmet. This is where we help. We are Carbonaid. We enable businesses to calculate and compensate the logistics emissions of any product. Finally, businesses are given the necessary tool to take climate action right now.
How do we make that possible? Carbonaid is based on a programming interface. That way, any business can seamlessly integrate it into their digital services. Thereby, end customers can directly see the logistics emissions of the products. By simply selecting a tick box during checkout, the end customer can compensate those emissions. With that, climate action comes at no extra work, neither for the business nor for their customers. The customer experience is as convenient as ever. But besides being convenient, we believe that climate action has to be accountable. That's why we use scientifically approved standards as the foundation of our calculations.
To show you how versatile Carbonaid is, I will now guide you through 2 of our implemented use cases. First, let me introduce Forto, a logistics company that allows businesses to book freight shipments around the globe. Let's take a look at how Forto's platform is leveraging Carbonaid. After selecting the route from China to Germany, we get a list of offers. Thanks to our adaptive solution, Forto can now also display the emissions caused by a shipment. Proceeding to checkout, a simple line of text was added, allowing to set a checkmark and directly compensate the caused emissions. With this implementation in place, Forto does not just raise awareness for sustainability, but also enables their customer to take real climate action. Of course, with a logistics partner, Carbonaid can use precise data, such as the exact route and mode of transport. But what if this data is not available? This brings us to our second use case, a regular online store. With only the data that is available on the product page, we use state-of-the-art machine learning models and product-specific logistics data to make the most accurate emissions estimate possible. And again, allow for compensation with just a single click. Even with this little data, we enable and encourage responsible climate action in a way that wasn't possible before.
Being trustworthy is crucial for our business. That's why we place a high value on transparency. You can see this reflected in our pricing. We only charge a small handling fee if an actual compensation is made. And depending on how a business wants to position itself, it can either carry this fee itself or hand it over to its customers. By charging per compensation, we tie our economic success to the positive impact we have. But let's take a look at how big of an impact that could be. We tackle the market for carbon compensation services in European e-commerce. Its size is mainly determined by the number of online purchases made and the share of people that is willing to compensate those. We end up with a market of around 134 million euros. The share that we aim to capture after 3 years would give us annual revenues of 3.5 million euros. But these revenues would also mean that we compensate the emissions of the whole country of Liechtenstein. So, we hope we got you excited about carbon compensation. And now we want to give you the chance to test our product yourself. Visit carbonaid.world and buy one of our limited goodies. But before you check out, don't forget to press the compensation button. Thank you very much, and we are now happy to take your questions.